Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
Good morning. It all ends today. The men's 107 kg final is the penultimate event on the final day of individual battles in these 2021 World Senior Powerlifting Championships. Sodnam Piltri Enkbayar of Mongolia holds the world record, and guess what? We're seeing him later. But before that, Group B, New Philo of New Zealand kicks us off at 140. He's got a brilliant story about how he got here. Jose Perez of Venezuela, 190 is going to be our top weight attempt in the opening round of Group B. So just approaching 10 a.m. here in Tbilisi. Ridwan, Chiara Tifrelli and Alessia Paruk are our referees. And here is our jury. So all getting ready. It's been a fabulous week of competition. We've got the team event tomorrow, but we've got 2 more gold medals to be decided today.
event starts. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready for para-powerlifting? The bar is being readied as we speak.
So here we go, the final of the men's up to 107 kg. And we start with, for New Zealand, New Philo. He's 40, here he comes, and he is here on his own. I was talking to him earlier. Was born Wellington, lives in London, he works for the New Zealand Embassy. Was contacted because, well, you want as many countries competing in this as possible, and he has competed in the Invictus Games 3 times, which is now beyond the allowable limit of twice. They changed the rules for him. Here he comes for New Zealand, 140. And on this circuit, it would be a lifetime best. And he has got it. Well, that's a brilliant start. And literally it's a team of one. No coach, no massage. It is literally him. He was sorting out his own weights in the call room, the warm-up area beforehand. An all-time record, a number of appearances in the Invictus Games. It's on in The Hague next year, having been postponed a couple of times. Well, we're hoping it's on in The Hague, but you know. So for Singapore now, it's Kalai Vanin, and he's being looked after by, I believe actually by some of the Malaysian coaches. They were certainly chatting to him earlier anyway. And we've seen a lot of him down through the years as well. His entry into this sport is almost as remarkable as New Philo, who we've just seen now. Singapore were hosting the Southeast Asian Games in 2015. They didn't have an entrant in the powerlifting. He was considered to be useful, so they just asked him if he wanted to take part. He was useful, all right. He won the bronze medal, and that set him on the road to a lot of international action. At 9th in the Commonwealth Games 2 years ago. It's his 3rd World Championships. They call him hot stuff. Let's see if he is. 140 to get this competition rolling. Not quite talking about hot stuff just yet. All against him on the press sequence, but he's got 2 more goes to come. Kalai Vanin Nadasan, 19th as best World Championship finish. If he gets through the rest of his lifts here, he's got a good chance of finishing a bit higher than that. Army Cadet Instructor has been the day job for a good few years. Next up for Kazakhstan, Vladimir Cherepanov, 154 his lifetime best in the Fuzzer World Cup in Dubai, St. Patrick's Day 2015. And he's starting off with a target of 145, which is nicely tucked in below that. It's his first global championship. He was involved a lot in a lot of the early days of Asian-based powerlifting. He finished 6th in a version of the Asian Championships in 2007 and was 4th in 2009. And in that championship in 07 where he was 6th, in the open competition with athletes of all continents, he was in 9th. He took part in the World Cup circuit a lot of the early days. We've not seen him that much on the circuit over the last 6-7 years. It's his first international championship in 12 years. 145. This would be close to his lifetime best, and he has got it 2-1 in his favour. So he's our new leader. And that is a very nice prime start for him. For Cherepanov. Next up for the United Arab Emirates, It is Khaled Al-Hamadi, lifetime best in this year's World Cup in Dubai of 157 kg.
Khaled Al-Hamadi.
He finished 7th in that, 5th in the Eggo World Cup 2 years ago, and in the West Asian Games 4 years ago, he finished in 4th spot. So this would match his lifetime best from earlier this year. It's a good place to start. And then later on we've got 9 coming in Group A, including the champion Jose de Jesus Castillo of Mexico. Two champions from Nur Sultan are coming head to head. That's in Group A later. It's 157. Al-Hamadi, this for the lead. And this to match the biggest competitive lift of his life.
That's a good
2-1 in his favour, and the one against him was on bar control, incidentally, but that's all right, and he hits the front.
65 kilos, rack height 15.
Next up, the 22-year-old with a lifetime best of 141 from his major international debut in Kitakyushu, the Asia Oceania Championships, is Lee Seung-gu.
The bar is ready, representing Republic of Korea. Lee Seung-gu, 165 kilos, first attempt.
Well, Lee finished 10th in those Asia Oceania Championships in Kitakyushu. He was 6th in Bergsumer in the European Open the same year. And 4th in the last running of the Asia Youth Games 4 years ago, the most recent one. And that is on right now in Bahrain. They're on to day 4 of it, and there's a major powerlifting element of that too. His coach, Kwon Chil-mun. So this would be 24 kilos beyond his lifetime best on this circuit. And that is a clean bill of health. 3 out of 3, white out. And Lee leads. That's all right for a Sunday morning. Just past 10 a.m. in Tbilisi. And that was a nice, calm, confident lift. Forgot to mention one of the big sport events here, by the way. It was the Tbilisi derby yesterday. Dinamo Tbilisi beat Lokomotiv 3-2. Sounds like a thriller, didn't see it. Next up for Poland, Michał Sava. Man with a lot of fire. 186 kilos for the Manchester World Cup last year. His lifetime best. For Sava, it's his 3rd World Cup. He was 13th 2 years ago in Nur Sultan. He was 11th in Mexico City in 2017. 5th in Bergsumer at the European Championships. Very good, very strong in the World Cup circuit with the Start Wrocław club. His coach, national coach, Mariusz Awiba. who is on stage with him. So this for 170. His lifetime best was quite big compared to that. So this will be gettable, surely, and it is 3 out of 3. 170, and he is our new leader for Poland.
Spotter loaders, 172 kilos, rack height 15, please.
Fifth in the Edgar World Cup 2 years ago. Bronze in Manchester when he had that lifetime best. And he's up and running well in this. And next up for India, Pardeep June.
The bar is loaded, representing India. Pardeep June.
It's his first major championship. Going high, 172. This will be a lifetime best on this circuit. Been one of the biggest India squads that I can remember. They've scored their first ever medal at a World Championships. That was on day 1, and on the last day of the individual competition. They could have had the leader there, but didn't. It's 2-1 against, and that was on the chess sequence both. So Pardeep June will have to get a few things worked out there. Didn't dwell enough in the relevant area. And that little rueful look might have portrayed he thought that too. Motaz Maruf of Egypt is next. And it's his first major championship too. Looking for a lifetime best of 182. Was originally looking at 187. Gone 5 down from that to something maybe a little bit more manageable. You can probably hear the Egyptian part of the crowd next door to where we are. $182. This for a lifetime best, this for the lead. Got it, good work. Didn't need to hang about too much there. He got that absolutely spot on and holds a good advantage at the top. I say Perez of Venezuela's next, going for a lifetime best himself. He's going quite big here, 190. He's the last to go in this round. And it is his first major championship too. Chance to go quite big in this as well. This for top spot to lead for Venezuela. 190 for Jose Antonio Perez. No, all three against him, and that was on the press sequence, all of them. That's something to be fixed when it goes back in next door. The warm-up area has been built into what's usually the reception area of this Hualing hotel down by the sea lake on the edge of Tbilisi. Mutaz Maruf leads for Egypt, 182 after that opening round. Mihal Salva for Poland in second spot, 170. Lee in third for 165. Al Hamadi for the United Arab Emirates, 157. Cherapanov and Nufilo with the other successful marks. There have been a few misses. One of them from Kalaivanen for Singapore. So going back for 140. Lifetime best is 157, so there's no real issue with the weight. It was just the technique last time. You can see there, he's just glided through, lifting it, and he's got that one. That was clean this time, so Kalaivanen is now on the board for Singapore.
Spotter loaders, please. 150 kilos. Rapid 2020.
So second attempt for New Zealand for Nufilo, who came into this not having a lifetime best on this circuit. I'm sure there's quite a few of you watching back home in New Zealand. Born in Wellington, he's been based in London just about 2 years now. He's a one-man team, 150, this to go into fifth spot. Didn't get that one though, that was the chest sequence. And normally we'd say, well, he can go back and talk to his team about that, but he'll be consulting with himself. Just the chest sequence going a bit wrong there. Did that spend too much time there? Well, Kazakhstan up next, and here is Vladimir Cherepanov. Got 145 in the opening round. This 151, which is heading towards his lifetime best of 154. And obviously, the thing with the lifetime best in this is that what weight you get in other circuits don't carry over to this. We have had a few one-person delegations, not just New Zealand. And obviously, I mean, the situations with the quarantine in New Zealand at the moment, they've actually dealt with COVID very well. You consider they've population the same size as Scotland. Scotland have had something like 5,000 deaths from COVID. New Zealand have had 27. New Zealand's in a place where they can shut out the rest of the world if they need to. So because New Philo is based in Europe, it's made it a lot easier for him to compete in this. Cherepanov with his lift of 151. He'd stay in 5th place if he gets this right. But he hasn't got this right. It's the press sequence that's gone wrong on him, and he stays where he is. But he was going to stay where he was in 5th place anyway, even if he got that. Chest sequence was okay, and then it just went a bit awry on that. And there would have been the levelness of the bar, which you don't get to see from the overhead, but which we saw from side on. There have been a few one-person delegations here. Malika Toonfert from the Netherlands was here on her own, without a coach, did have a spotter supplied. Jelena Pipper from Estonia, she was here on her own as well. And she has been here with coaches at previous championships, didn't have that luxury this time. But she was saying that because of how it is for her, there's nobody in Scandinavia, the Nordic countries, the Baltics, who competes in female powerlifting. There is just her. So she's on the able-bodied circuit, and she regularly goes around 80 in that. But the rules are different here, so she's topped off quite a few times at 58. Rules are a bit tighter, a bit stricter, looking for different things. If you're on the able-bodied circuit, which quite a few of the powerlifters in other countries simply have to do out of necessity for competition. Because the rules are a bit loose, they're able to lift a lot heavier, and I mean, in the case of Pipper, she wins a lot. She's not the only one. This is Khaled Al-Hamadi for the United Arab Emirates, who have actually got quite a big powerlifting circuit going, and it helps a lot that they've got one of the more regular World Cups, and they're a regular host of the World Championships, including the next edition of this in 2023. He'll stay 4th if he gets this. 162. It'll add 5 to his tally. He'll go 3 kilos away from the top 3. That's if he got it. So all 3 referees voting against them are both the chest and the press sequences. So that if ended up being a very big if, I'm afraid. And he misses out. Here comes Lee Seong-gu for Korea. 170 is next target, and that would keep him in 3rd place. Big gaps between the groups. He would go level with Salva of Poland. But on the head-to-head in the weigh-in, Salva is 400 grams lighter. So he'll stay where he is. Lee with a chance to match him though with 170. A lifetime best of 29 kilos ahead of what he had this morning. So this is Lee, 170. Potential there. He's got it. 2 out of 3. The one vote against there was the press sequence, but from the angles it looked all right. So Lee moves on, stays in 3rd, but gets 170, and that's a new lifetime best. He's improving excellently.
The bar is loaded. Pardeep June. 172 kilos, second attempt.
So here comes Pardeep June, who missed at 172 last time, going for it again. In his major championship debut. Prospects for India to get on the board. So this for 172, has he got this one right? Last time it was the chess sequence that did it for him. And that is seen to be good. Pardeep June moves to 2nd place, 172. And that is a new lifetime best.
Spotter loaders, please. 175 kilos. Big red plates, please.
Well, that's a quality lift by Pardeep June. And he's on the board. And if you want to stage your own World Powerlifting competition in your own house, that piece of music you heard that's been on all week, and we've had it at the Dubai World Cup as well, it's called Electric Speed from Maxi Mix. You know you want to. So next up, the 5th placer in the European Championships in Bergsammer, Mihal Salva. This for 175. Things go well here. He's looking at probably his first top 10 finish of the World Championship. 11th is best in Mexico City. No mark in the Manchester World Cup this year, but his lifetime best bronze in last year's event in 2020. So 175 to go into the silver medal position again, having just been overtaken by Pardeep June. And it's good, 3 out of 3. So Saura is on fire, up in the 2nd spot. Decent result.
The bar is ready. Montaz Maru, Egypt, 188 kilos.
So he's got that. Here's our leader now for Egypt, the first major championship for Montaz Maru. for another lifetime best. obviously the weights go really big in Group A. And the world record for this and for 97 kg overtaken by the 88 kilo world record from yesterday. Astoundingly, fantastically. Which is now 250 kg. The world record in this is 247, but I wonder if the world record holder, and by our fancies, go at something big later. We'll see. This for 188. Looking decent. Looking good. And that follows through. Abdelkarim Khattab went to 250 yesterday with that amazing new world record of 250 kilos for Jordan, which has now surpassed the two divisions immediately above. The top division will never ever be beaten. I'm not sure if we'll ever see the like of that great man again, but anyway, this was solid, blinding lift by Maruf, 188. And that is two successful lifts for him. Three of our competitors have been able to get 2 from 2 today. And this man missed out in the opening round. Jose Antonio Perez. Smallish Venezuelan squad, but it's not easy to send a lot of people halfway around the world at the moment. So kudos to the teams that are here. Kudos to the likes of Chile, who have been able to send a big team. .90, and this will be for the lead for Jose Perez. Be a new lifetime best as well. He's got it too! Oh, he's got it! Oh boy, has he got it. 3 out of 3, and he leads impressively. He's got a 2 kilogram advantage, but that is nice and solid. It's a good foundation for a man who turns 30 years old next week. Fabulous. That'll be on Friday. Jose Perez is our new leader. Happy birthday! 190 kg for Venezuela. Maruf in second for Egypt, 188. Michał Salva, Poland in third, 175. Pardeep June, fourth for India, 172. Lee in fifth on 170. That's the top 5. Al Hamadi in sixth, 157. Into the final round. It's good to see Kalai Vanen make his clearance. 140 in the previous round. Kalai Vanen, this to go up into 7th spots. Bronze in the Southeast Asian Games, the ASEAN Para Games in 2015, that astounding debut competition where he almost became an international sportsman by accident. He will be very welcome to see that and lots of other events back. Hasn't been held in 4 years. 145. Nice little bound up, and he gets it. He's gone much heavier in his career, but he's done what he's needed to today. 145, Kalai Vanen. There was a nice chat between the Singapore delegation and that from Malaysia in the call room pre-match. Little bit of helping out. I think you're allowed 2 or 3 to stay behind, but only one can obviously come on stage. Results. Vannon, 145.
New kilo, 150 kilos, third attempt.
So new Philo to round off his competition. They came to work for the New Zealand Embassy in London just at the start of last year, when things were still normal. Who knew? So 150. Chest sequence a lot quicker this time, so hopefully that will work out. Haha, yes! 150! 3 out of 3, and well, he got 2 of his 3 lifts. Competition done. And New Zealand's only competitor, well, he got on the board straight away, got marked down in the second attempt, and in the third, absolutely nailed it, corrected it. I'm not sure how heavy he's gone on other circuits, always curious about that, but if you go and research that, then there's no time to sleep every night. We know how some federations are quite small, and I do remember in Asia Oceania in 2018, I'm not sure if it's the current Australian coach, I have a feeling it was probably a predecessor who had to look after Australia and New Zealand at the same time, which is okay, except when they both have competitors in the same event and in the same group, and then it gets complicated, but it worked out. Simon Bergen has been in charge of Australia here for these championships. Now, here's Cherepanov for Kazakhstan, and this to go into 7th spot. Currently lying 9th, 151, and he's got that. Missed it last time, but corrected what he needed to do, and 151, he climbs above New Philo. Climbs above Vannon as well. So that is 151. His lifetime best 154. He came close to it but didn't try and add to it, as we've seen so many successfully do in Tbilisi this week. Overall, it is day 9. The team championships wrap up tomorrow, day 10, but for most of the nations involved, it ends today. Actually, for a lot of the nations, it's over already. So he'll stay in 6th, Khaled Al-Hamadi, if he gets this. Second go at 162, got 157 in the opening round. Quite a few teams have flown home already, the competition's ended, and in the case of Poland, in a lot of cases, as soon as their athletes were done, they elected to fly them home. I know the travel rules in some countries have changed this week while we're here, including my own one. So 162. Well, it doesn't change his position in the table. Well, it will give him a new lifetime best if he were to be successful. He wasn't, and that was mainly on the press sequence, and in one case the chest sequence as well, from the right-hand angle, actually the angle that I'm viewing from. So no luck, 162, twice over, 157 for Al Hamadi.
Bar is loaded 173 kilos. Republic of Korea, Lee Sung-yu.
Lee for Korea.
This is his
173. Well, he's been successful twice already. And 2 lifetime bests. Lee finishing down in 10th in the Asia Oceania Championships last time. There were a few other nations, obviously. The regional championships are open championships as well, so countries from other continents will compete. Well, this was actually one of the categories where nobody who finished above him was from a different continent. I know Chile actually were one of the best represented overseas nations there. This to go 4th, declined from 170 to 173. Here he comes. Well, that looks good from our angle anyway. And it was.
Lee, 173 kilos.
Another lifetime best for Lee. He's added a whopping amount to it. Was 141, 32 added on, 173 in total. He's added about a third onto his lifetime best. I'm not really sure you can ask a lot more than that. Got that lift really good. I'm not sure how much further he could have gone today. 173 is decent, very, very good, and it would certainly give him a prospect of a top 6 finish in next year's event, which is Korean-based. Paddy June may well be targeting that too. Next year Asia Oceania Championships on in Pyeongtaek. But there is a para element to the Commonwealth Games, and it's not held separately from the Commonwealth Games, it is embedded in the middle of it. .178 his target for a new lifetime best in his first major championship. So 178 for Pardeep June. I'm afraid not 2 and against, and it was on the chess sequence. And also the press, according to our right-hand referee. So, no joy for him. It was 2 and against. Well, he did clear 172 in the middle round, and that's a new lifetime best. So Michał Sauwar is next up for Poland. 180 is going for having cleared 170. 175 to date. He will be 6 shy of his lifetime best if he gets this. But if he can come to a World Championship, complete his 3 lifts, get close to his best lift of his career, then I'm not sure he'll mind very much. So 175.
1 minute.
He completed that last time, 180 to wrap up his competition. Oh, he's not. It's 2-1 against, both on the press. So Miha Sara will finish on 175.
190 kilos. Rack height 17.
Gave it a tilt, but the final push wasn't quite what was desired. So Miha Sara's competition ends. Many thanks to his coach, by the way, Marius, for that was he on stage with him, who's been helping with the pronunciations all week. If you're not Polish, Polish names are not always the easiest. And hey, Marius, if I ever go back to one of my old jobs, which for the past 2 seasons was commentating on the Polish Football League, the Ekstraklasa, if you ever caught that in English, that was me. The job's yours. Legia Warsaw did it the last 2 seasons. The first season I stopped doing it, they've been terrible. Maruf now for Egypt, 190. This for a clean set of marks and for another new lifetime best. (182, 188). He's led for most of the competition, just overtaken by Jose Perez for Venezuela. So this to go top, 190 to edge out Perez in the head-to-head. Oh, he hasn't though. All on the press sequence, all 3 referees giving that the thumbs down, but he's had a good competition. He's had 2 hefty lifetime bests today. So to wrap up Group B, Jose Perez Gonzalez for Venezuela. Well, he's rocked up with a new lifetime best as well in this, 190, his first major championship, and this for 200. This for 200. Has he got it? He hasn't, though. He was right on the limit. Press sequence against him, all 3. He's still got a lifetime best of 190. And it's been a fruitful enough morning for him, even if he only got the 1 lift. This rider pretty much on the limit of his ability. Oh, he got it raised. Little slight wobbles on the way up. That's something that's definitely achievable for future competitions. There's no doubt about that. Back for the Americas next year on the edge of St. Louis and the Pan Ams in Santiago in 2 years' time. But Jose Perez still leads for Venezuela. He's taken Group B, that with 190. Moataz Maruf, second for Egypt, 188. Michał Sauva for Poland, 175. Lee Seung-gu in fourth for Korea, 173. Pardeep Jube in fifth for India. Al-Hamadi, sixth for the UAE. Cherepanov, Nufilo, Kalai Vanen, all clearing. There was no one wiped out, thankfully. They all got marks. They will all have a finish against their name at these World Championships. So at worst for Perez Gonzalez, it will be 10th for him. Maruf 11th. And Sauva in 12th. So we're back in 40 minutes time. That'll be Group A. And if you're wondering what this piece of music has been called all week, it is the remix of Say No to Abuse and Neglect. It's a real floor filler from Daviana Sharon. Here's highlights. We'll be back with Group A in about 40.
Good lift, 170 kilos. First attempt. Venezuela, 190 kilos. No lift. Vanen, second attempt, 140 kilos. Vanen, 140 kilos.
second attempt.
Second attempt. One minute. 1 minute.
Spotter loaders. 109. Good lift. Perez Gonzalez.
145 kilos, third attempt.
Lift. Van in 145 kilos. Third attempt.
This is his third attempt. He was
good lift. No lift. Ladies and gentlemen, this competition is all about the power that can be generated by these amazing athletes from around the world. But for that to happen, they need a platform. And the power behind the competition is the volunteers that not be available for these athletes. We'd like to now please take the opportunity to say thank you for the power behind the scenes, the awesome volunteers who are all about this worldwide meet.
200 kilos.
From the bottom of our hearts. No lift. Press sequence.
anni e vengo dall'Italia. Io ho avuto un incidente quando avevo 2 anni e mezzo e ho avuto l'amputazione di entrambe le gambe a questa altezza qui e non ho mai smesso appunto di sognare e di ambire a quello che è il sogno di Tokyo 2020. Il top. Quando ho iniziato, una delle prime cose che mi sono chiesto era qual era il record del mondo. Ok, va benissimo, io non sono lì, voglio arrivarci. In questo momento credo che la cosa più importante sia continuare ad allenarmi sempre di più e sempre meglio. Siamo agli sgoccioli, diamo il massimo per arrivare alla miglior condizione possibile e a scrivere un altro tassello in più di storia. Buongiorno, benvenuti nella mia casa. Una cosa che faccio è andarmi a pesare.
900 grammi sopra.
Ovviamente in Italia non è facile mangiare così sano, pizzerie, panifici, ovunque, è ancora più difficile. Però l'unico modo per calare di peso è con l'insalata. Sto dedicando gli ultimi 6-7 mesi per preparare l'Olimpiade al meglio. In linea di massima mi alleno 2 volte al giorno, tutti i giorni, tranne il sabato e la domenica faccio solo un allenamento. I 90 kg sono il mio primo step, poi faccio circa 6 ripetizioni, poi sto facendo 120, 140, 160 fino all'allenamento del giorno. Oltre appunto a fare l'atleta sto studiando economia in università qui a Roma, un po' stressato l'ammetto, però è una cosa che davvero mi piace. Tutte volte le persone mi dicono come fai ad essere così positivo, come fai ad andare avanti, nonostante non abbia le gambe. In realtà la domanda che mi viene è e come fai tu? Portano a raggiungere gli obiettivi e nel mio caso il mio perché era di arrivare alla Paralimpiade nel miglior tempo possibile, nella miglior forma possibile. Lo sport in realtà mi ha permesso a sua volta per ogni cosa che magari volevo impegnarmi tanto, no? I momenti là ci sono comunque stati. Nel periodo di pandemia ho avuto la fortuna comunque di avere la mia famiglia a fianco e io personalmente sono abituato ad avere delle scadenze per obiettivi, mi ha davvero destabilizzato tantissimo, ma penso sia normale. La motivazione principale per me era noi stessi. Lo sportivo che mi ha ispirato di più probabilmente diceva che quando ho avuto il mio incidente non ho guardato ciò che mi mancava ma ciò che avevo. Ciò che nel mio sport è fondamentale, oltre appunto alla forza, è importantissima una tecnica perfetta. Mantenere traccia di questi dati dei senso bar è fondamentale perché vi dà un modo oggettivo di poter tracciare delle alzate, quindi magari secondo la velocità, secondo magari anche il numero di centimetri che ogni alzata diciamo permette di confrontare questi dati e capire effettivamente il giorno magari dove eravamo un po' più in forma, il giorno dove eravamo meno in forma, senza distorsioni diciamo esterne. Mi ha permesso effettivamente di fare level up, misurare in modo super preciso i miei punti diciamo di deficit. Quale muscolo che doveva avere magari il preciso compito di compensare quella zona. L'obiettivo grande è continuare a capire ancora di più ogni minimo dettaglio che può fare la differenza per arrivare appunto nella miglior condizione possibile ai prossimi Giochi Olimpici. Non esiste la perfezione, ma si può sempre migliorare. l'ho vissuto nei miei sogni. Quando ho saputo che sono andato a Tokyo è stata l'effettiva conferma di tanto lavoro, tanto sacrificio fatto negli anni, quindi significa semplicemente compensare tutto il lavoro in un'unica cosa.
Now for the European senior round. It looks good, and it is!
Vado a Tokyo come il quarto sul ranking mondiale, è indescrivibile. Il mio unico potere segreto era nella mia mente. L'idea di voler fare un record del mondo mi ha portato ad allenarmi al massimo per farlo. L'idea di voler giocarmi una Paralimpiade mi ha portato a potermela giocare. Probabilmente uno dei pensieri per me importanti è riflettere del perché sto facendo tutto questo, del perché ho iniziato questo sport, del perché effettivamente io voglio arrivare in alto. Nel mio caso il mio perché è quello di dimostrare alle persone che tutto è possibile in ogni ambito della vita, non ci siano tante difficoltà. Quindi mostrare con i risultati, questo sicuramente mi dà quel qualcosa in più nell'aiutare appunto le persone.
After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Start! Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and/or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
Representing Malaysia, Jong Yi Ki. Representing Iran,
The final of the men's up to 107 kg at these 2021 World Powerlifting Championships in Tbilisi. 2 events left. The 2 heaviest weight categories of the men were halfway through the up to 107 kg final. And then later on for the next 4 hours, it's over 107 kg with the most spectacular weights, the heaviest lifts. Things building in the warm-up area. Tarel Ali on the right with his coaching team for Iraq, on the left for Ukraine. The twice European champion Anton Kryukov, who will be looking to emulate this. We'll be seeing Sidnam Pilji and Bayar as well for Mongolia. That world record set at the last World Championships of 247 kg, and also scoring brilliantly in Nur Sultan was Jose de Jesus Castillo for Mexico. He's in this as well. So we'll start off with Nuruddin Davletov. He's going at 207 kg. Matias Diasa Silva for Brazil. Jong of Malaysia. Al Ali, Kryukov. Castillo, can he get another world title? Salman Razi and Ali Akbar Garishbi of Iran, and Bayar of Mongolia. 242. Well, hang on a second, his world record's 247. I think he's taking his cue from what we saw yesterday. Ridwan and Ankara Kifreli and Alessia Paruk are our referees for this. And here's our jury. Ready to go shortly for the men's up to 107 kilo final.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the technical officials for this session. Chief
After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Start! Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record.
For 200 and dead, his lifetime best 2:21 from the Manchester World Cup earlier this year. And he had a really, really good run in that. Despite all his heavy lifts, curiously, he's not won a major championship medal previously. He was 4th in the Asian Games and the Asia Oceania Championships in 2018. But he has scored heavily on the World Cup circuits. No mark in the Paralympic Games for Davletov. Pushing through 200 for the lead, and he has it, and he's walked away before the results have even come up because he knew that it was good. Davletov won in Manchester on the World Cup circuit this year. Next up, Matheus Dias Silva for Brazil, the America's silver medalist in Bogota. Bronze in the Pan Ams in Lima. Bronze in the European Open Championships in Nur Sultan, in Bergsumer. Same thing. South American Games bronze medalist 2014. The Youth Para Pan Am champion 2017. His coach is Weverton Lima de Santos, based in Uberlandia, in one of those big national centres they have. Teus Dias Silva. 2:01, this to hit the front.
As a bronze medal from the Pan Am Games in Lima, Peru in 2019.
2:13 is lifetime best. (2:01) Matheus Dias Silva. He's gone quite heavier than that. It's 2-1 in his favour. He leads. So what prospects here? He was 10th in the last World Championships, and because of that, he will finish at least 9th, which would match 2017 in Mexico City, but he's hoping for better than that. He hasn't been at a Paralympic Games yet. Next up from Malaysia, Jong Yi Ki, 2:39, his lifetime best at this year's Dubai World Cup. For Malaysia, he's the reigning Southeast Asian Games champion, Paralympic silver in Tokyo. He's not yet won a World Championship medalist, and he's medalled at the last 2 Commonwealth Games, silver in Gold Coast in 2018, bronze in Glasgow in 2014, Asian Games bronze. He's won the last 2 Southeast Asian Games titles. Turned 33 a couple of weeks ago. And this for 210 to hit the front. So, 2:10. No such thing as a formality with a weight like that, but he made it look easy. And Jong here goes into the lead. Silver in the Paralympic Games. That was powerful. That was really good by Jong. So he got silver in this, his namesake. Another Jong, well, Yong, Fleur Yong, gold in the long jump in the athletics. Wonder how high, how far he can go in this. Quite a lot, I'd imagine. Next up for Iraq, Tha Al-Ali. Paralympic bronze, that was in Beijing. World bronze 2014 in Dubai. Asian Games bronze, Jakarta last time out. European Open gold, how about that? Alexin in Russia 2013. Still based in Mosul, where he was born. His coach is Rafid El-Ghazi. And 212 his target, which is way off his lifetime best. It's doable. I'll tell you the curiosity about that. That was his only Paralympics. It's not been in any others. When he's made it to the big events, he has performed well. So let's see what he does here. Well, he's got that raised, and certainly those around supporting Iraq loved it, and with due reason. He's gained 212. Originally he was looking at 210, but he's lifted that really well, and he leads.
227 kilos, rack height 18.
Next up for Mexico, Jesus Castillo. Jose de Jesus Castillo. And that lift of 236 in winning gold in Mexico City at the World Championships 4 years ago. He won bronze in Nur Sultan 2 years back.
First attempt representing Mexico.
He's the four-time Pan Am champion, including his home city of Guadalajara in 2011, and when athletes had their own walk-on music 2 years ago, his piece of music was Guadalajara. Twice America's champion. There've only been 2 America's championships, only been 4 Para-Pan Ams in which powerlifting's been on the schedule. He's won at every one. '17 world champion, bronze in the other 2 of the 3 most recent worlds, and bronze in 2016. At the Paralympic Games. .227. That's the target. It's actually not very far away from that lifetime best of his. It's one of the biggest crowds of the week here, I'll tell you. There's a massive crowd from Mexico. 227, this for the lead. Oh, it didn't work out, and that went down on him, I'm afraid. That went down on him. No lift on him. Hopefully that doesn't affect the shoulder and he's able to be competitive. Oh, I don't know. Just strained to get it up, and then it went down. Oh, I don't think it landed with any force on him. He's still jangling that shoulder as he shifts away. Next up for Ukraine, Anton Kryukov. 240 his lifetime best in winning in Manchester in the World Cup last year in England. The twice European champion. World bronze in 2017. Here he comes. 228, he's won 2 European titles, Alexa 2013, Egger 2015. World bronze 4 years ago, Mexico City, 5th his best Paralympics result in Rio. And normally he doesn't shave for a month before competition. Tell you what, that's kind of unusual colours for Ukraine. Here he comes, 228. Oh, he's ploughed through that. He has absolutely ploughed through that. And it's good. And it is good. 3 out of 3, he leads. And it looks like there is more to come. A lot more. Next up for Iran, they've got the next 2 lifters.
Islamic Republic of Iran,
Saman Razi. Yet to medal at the World Championships, fourth in both of those, fourth in Rio in the 2016 Paralympic Games, and then bronze in Tokyo, the highlight of his career so far. A series of silvers at Asian level in the championships and in the games, based in Rasht, lifts for Gillian province. Coached by Ali Ashkar Rabasi and Ali Fakravar.
1 minute.
Well, for a massive lift, 228. He has quite a lot of charisma about him. He's got a good lift about him as well. No stopping this man. Saman Razi. Absolutely fantastic.
Rack 15, 242 kilos, rack height 50.
A belter. He leads. But for how long? The world record holder goes now. Sonam Piljiengpaya, the reigning Asian Games World and Paralympic champion. At 2:47, a whopper in claiming gold in Nur Sultan 2 years ago for Mongolia. He holds all the titles right now. Went to 2:45 in winning golds in Tokyo. Asia Oceania gold, Asian Games gold. Based in Gold's Gym in Ulaanbaatar, is coach for the last 5 years, Dash Batulga. Here he is, the man who holds all the titles, who holds the world record. 2:42, he's starting big, but he's not starting the biggest. 2:42, oh, he's not got it. Press sequence, all three against him on that. Well, he did a big tribute to his former coach, Sharaf Engsaikan, in Tokyo. He passed away 4 years ago. Part of the build-up to those Paralympic Games. Obviously, it was an elongated build-up, not that any of us would have known that at the time, but now going bigger than that. Ali Garibshi, Ali Akbar Garibshi, the World Championship silver medalist in Nur Sultan when he went to 2:40. The Asian Para Games silver medalist in 2018. Asia Oceania silver medalist in 2018. Each time finishing second behind Engbayar. He was not in Tokyo. Only one athlete per nation per event. Razi took that slot in this weight division and won Paralympic bronze. So, Ali Akbar, Garibsi, 2, 4, 3. It's only 4 kilos off the world record. It's a big one. It is a good one. Game on. Look at how big that was already. The world record 247, and he's on the brink of breaking that with his very first lift. Absolutely astonishing. A brilliant lift, a great start. He had his big tribute to Batman Golbanajad, the Iranian paracyclist who died during the 2016 Paralympic Games when he hit the top of the Asian Para Games in 2018. He's top of the pile here, Iran 1 and 2. Garibsi leads 2-4-3. Razi second, 2-2-8. Krikov third, 2-2-8. Karal Ali 4 for Iraq, 2-1-2. Then Zhong fifth, 2-1-0. Matis Diasa Silva in 6, 2-0-1. And Davletov for Uzbekistan, 200. They're the 7 who've gone through that big barrier, but the biggest barrier of all is so close for Garibsi. How early are we going to have a world record attempt in this? Because that is going to happen. Into round 2 and back for Nuruddin Davletov. 206's target to climb up into 6th position. So 206, it is way off his lifetime best of 221.
1 minute.
Well, 206 he's got. Lifts him up a place in the rankings. That was quite a short. He could go a lot higher than that today.
Representing Brazil, Mateus Silva.
Matheus Diasa Silva, 201 he cleared in the opening round, this for 207. 213 is his lifetime best. For the America's silver medalist and the Pan Am bronze medalist. So this to put him back into 6th place and displace Davletov. 207 for sixth spot. It's tentative. He got there. Did he keep it even enough? The bar control was gone. So 2 out of 3 saying no on that, and the other against the press. Didn't get it. It was a real struggle. And he doesn't get it.
Spotter loaders, 218 kilos, rack height 16.
Just starting to go wrong there in the bar control after that. No joy. Came to a bit of a stop. And that was the end of his control, and the press for our centre referee didn't look so hot either then.
The bar is ready, representing Iran. Fair. Ali, second attempt, 118 kilos.
So for Iraq, Tahir Al Ali. The previous World and Paralympic bronze medalist and Asian Games bronze last time in 2018. Oh, that's the thing, when all of the top men are from Asia, and when you hit Asia Oceania Championships or an Asian Games, then it's like a Paralympics or a World Championship. It's that standard. This for 218. 9 off his lifetime best. Solid lift, 218. Not solid enough though on the uplift and the press. They've all gone against him on that. He got it raised, but not tidy enough for them. So in the press on the way up, a bit of evenness issues there potentially, certainly from that angle. Everything looks good from this angle. So next up for Malaysia, it is Zhong Yiki going for 220 now. It's a leap of 10 from him, and that's the biggest jump we're seeing yet in this second round. It's the biggest leap actually all told. He lifted 237 to take that Paralympic silver in Tokyo, missed 245 in the final round. That would have brought him 2 kilos away from that 2-year-old world record. Sonam Pilji won with 245. Zhong, if he got it, that 245 would have edged out the ace Mongolian on the head-to-head on body weight, only by a matter of 800 grams. And File subsequently in the last round went for a new world record of 248 but didn't get it. But he didn't need it.
1 minute.
So Zhong Yiki. $220 to become a prime contender today. Can he get on the podium again? Well, he's got that up there. He's got it up well. This to go 4 to 220, and no, and it is body sequence. There's a collector's item. 2 of the 3 saying no on body sequence. 2-1 against. So watch him. Forget the bar. The bar's fine. He's shuffling around too much by the looks of it. Well, watch the thumbs. Thumbs are okay. Well, from the first angle we saw, it didn't look a huge amount of movement. If you change position during the lift, that's it. That's called against you.
The bar is ready, 227 kilos, representing Mexico.
Jose de Jesus Castillo comes now from Mexico. Well, had problems in the first round. The bar went up a bit and then came down, and that's always a problem, but it doesn't seem to have tweaked his shoulder very much. Going for 227 again. This would put him up in the 4th spot. The champion from Mexico City in 2017. He's a big fan of Chivas, if memory serves, of Guadalajara, his home city club. He's going for 227 again. No doubt that Georgia is the land of the cover version. With the greatest hits of Queen on here this morning, not done by Queen. Snake as well, which wasn't done by them. Anyway, Castillo, here he goes again. At 227, second attempt, this to put him 4th. It's 227. Oh no, it's happened again, and the spotter has spotted that, and he has, looks like he's reached his limit today, and there's a bit of problem with that right shoulder, and it's a real shame. Well, he came top of the pile in Mexico City. He came close again to winning it 2 years ago. It was bronze then. That's such a... That is a massive shame. That could have been something he's come into the competition with that just got aggravated during his first lift, when it was at this point during the first lift. No. I just don't think it's going to happen today. It's 227 kilos, and if you're not 100%, if you're not tip-top, even if you're 99%, forget it. It is just way too heavy. Even if these are the biggest, strongest, most powerful lifters around that we are seeing today, that weight is immense. Oh, well, it is a 1/4 of a ton. End of story. And he's gone. He's out of the competition, I'm sorry to say. He will not be on the podium, Castillo. He will not have his 3rd round lift. He's withdrawn for the rest of the competition, and he doesn't register a lift either. Well, he's a nice bloke. He's a very nice man. It is one of the benefits of working on site at these events that you get to meet the athletes a lot. And after he had won his bronze medal 2 years ago, it just so happened that the Mexican table was alongside ours at the hotel for dinner that night, and that was a very, very long, great conversation. It was lovely to speak to a lot of the Mexican team and its coaches. And obviously wish him the best for the championships next year, and Unfortunately for him, it hasn't quite been the best today. Now, Kryakov, Ukraine, bronze medal position, going for silver, going for 2:35. He's got that up there. A chance to break among the two Iranians, and he's got it! He's got it! Oh, he's got up into second place. And that was a fantastic attempt by Kryakov for Ukraine, 2:35. And it goes above Razi and below Garibshi. And he's broken into the top three. And the Asian dominance that we have had, they basically, apart from him, fill the top 6 places, 5 of the top 6. Well, not now, he's moved up into the medals, but Salman Razi can shove him back down again. He's going for 2:35. His lifetime best is 2:43. This to go into silver medal position. The bronze medalist from Tokyo when he lifted 2:31. This to surpass. Already the lift in the gold medal position is close on the gold medal lift in Tokyo. So for 2:35 to match Kryakov, but go above him in the head-to-head, 235. Salman Razi, he has got it raised. And it is good. That's a fabulous lift. He's up into the silver medal position. It was bronze for him in Tokyo where he lifted 2:31. He's surpassed that already. Marvelous lift. Very well executed. 2 lifts to go in this second round, and they are both within 3 kilos of Engbayar's world record, and Engbayar will be the first to go. Sotman Pilchi lifted 2:45 to win Paralympic gold in Tokyo. His world record is 2:47 from Nur Sultan 2 years back. He's going here for 244, having missed 2:42 in the previous round. The man from Ulaanbaatar, and if Ramesh Ranganathan ever wants to do a second documentary from there, get him on. Missed 2:42 in round 1. The reigning Asian Games, Asia, Oceania, World, Paralympic champion. All the titles are his. And this to go to the gold medal position by 1 kilo. He's become the man in this weight division. 2:44. That's up. That's good. That's the lead. 2 out of 3. Sotman Pilchi Engbayar is in front. 244. And he is edging towards his own world record. Garibshi doing the same. This is a fabulous shootout. And you know what? There is a 4-way battle for the gold. They're all going to be in the 240s in the final round. Engbayar is already there, and he's in the gold medal position, defending his title. Ali Akbar Garibchi of Iran. It's already lifted 2-4-3. This for 2-4-5. It's already broken his lifetime best. If these fellas go any heavier, they'll be breaking the bench. .245 is only 2 kilos off the world record. Garibchi for the lead, for the heaviest lift of his career. 245 to go in front by a kilo. He's only 2 kilos off the world record here. And he's got it. He has got it. 245. And Garibchi leads. And he can go on. They can all go on. Well, we are going to have world record attempts in round 3. It has to happen. The world record is 247. Garibchi leads 245 for Iran. And fire the world record holder, the defending champion, the Paralympic champion, second and 244. Saman Razi, Iran, third, 235. Kryakov, 4, 235 for Ukraine. Tara Lalian, fifth, leaves the best of the rest at 212. If you pair to that scoreboard on the left, we will have 2 world record attempts in round 3. That and the gold at stake. Nuruddin Davletov, Uzbekistan, going for 213 and 5th place. His lifetime best is 221. He obviously doesn't feel up to that today. Well, those 2 massive lifts at the end of round 2, and it is back to being a 2-horse race for the gold. And a 2-way battle for the bronze. And a 2-way battle for a world record. Davletov, 213 to go 5th. He's got that up. It would be his best ever finish if he can make that happen. And if he can stay there, well, that's a different story. But he finishes on 213. He's in 5th place in the World Championship final. And that's as good as he could ask, frankly. .213, and he's cleared all his marks. 200, 206, 2 and 3. Next up for Brazil, he's keeping to his path, got 201, missed at 207, in the second round, but going for 2 and 4 in this final round all the same. For Brazil, Matias de Asa Silva, the America's silver medalist, the Pan Am bronze medalist from Lima 2 years ago. He'll go 5th if he gets it. It's only one out of this Group A of 9 that hasn't got a lift, and that's largely due to injury. Jose de Jesus Castillo of Mexico, who will not lift again in the competition. Matias de Asa Silva, 2 and 4. A very swift, but the spotters are going to have to wade in. They had to get involved. That wasn't going to go all the way up. He peaks at 2:01. That was for a new lifetime best for Matias de Asa Silva, and he does not get it. Doesn't overtake Davletov. And he stays where he is in 8th. Just got stuck, sticking point, wasn't going to go beyond that. That's all she wrote for Teos. Tyra Lally for Iraq. 2:20 his target to go 5th. But for a lot of these, they have stepped away from the battle for medals because it's gone beyond them today. And it's as simple as this. If 243 ends up winning a bronze, we are going to have in this weight division, the highest non-winning weights ever. We could actually have the world record broken by a man who doesn't win the gold. Here's Tyra Lally. Lying in 6th place. This to go up into 5th. The 220. 227, his lifetime best. Paralympic bronze 08, world bronze 2014, Asian Games bronze 2018. But 5th will be his best here, and it depends on him getting this lift. Punched through, got it raised, still enough left on the clock, but it's 3 against 2 for the press sequence, and the other referee marking it down for the bar control. So Tyra Lally stops on 212. 5 to go. Just lost a bit of control there. Didn't get stuck along the way, but was wavering a bit. Well, all of a sudden we have a 3-way battle for the bronze again, because Zhong Jiki, who was going for 230, now fancies 236. He's a lifetime best of 239. He's feeling up for it. Obviously a bit of different weights being attempted in the back room have worked for him. If he gets this, he goes into bronze. He's going for 236. Kryakov and Razi currently both in 235. They will go higher after this. So Zhong Jiki, the Southeast Asian Games champion, the Commonwealth Games silver medalist, and the Paralympic Games silver medalist a couple of months ago in Tokyo. They lifted 237 there. That was for silver. 236 here is for bronze. This looks like being one of the categories where the weights are going up marginally between the Paralympics and the World Championships. Closest those two events have ever been together. So 236. John, it's on the way up. He reached the top. Has he made it? A lot of the crowd are nervous. Oh, he's just missed out. 2-1 press sequence. Didn't get it. That was a close run thing. That was a close run thing. Well, that was bravery. That was 210 he had cleared earlier in the competition. Looking to leap up to 236. It was 2-1 against on the press. His coach electing not to put a technical challenge in. That's the kind of thing in that situation. Sometimes it's worth chancing your arm and putting your money where your mouth is. But they haven't done that, and obviously if everybody did that, then competitions would last 15 hours instead of the 12 they currently are. So here we go, 4 to go, and here are the battles for the bronze. 2 attempts at 240 coming. Kryakov 240 currently in 4th. This to go above Samuel Razi into 3rd, and it would force Razi then to go for this same mark. Razi would edge out Kryakov, and he currently is edging out Kryakov on the head-to-head. In terms of the weigh-in, lighter in body weight by a fraction. By 200 grams. Razi is weighed in lighter than Kryakov, and if he gets this, it is bronze. Kryakov winning world bronze in his last World Championships 4 years ago. Twice European champion. 2-4-0, he's ploughed into this straight away, Kryakov. He's missed it. All 3 against him on the chest sequence. Well, perhaps then it was a little rushed around the chest. He ploughed into it, he got it raised, and he might have been thinking about that too much and left the chest sequence too early. Technical challenge was put in. No lift. The jury have their own say. They have their own votes. And they have turned that down. So now, 4th decided, 3rd decided. Saman Razi has the benefit of coming on stage, knowing he's taken the World Championship bronze. He's not going to go higher and try and battle for the gold or silver. And after 4th places in Mexico City and Nur Sultan, Saman Razi is a World Championship medalist for the first time, and it is bronze. It was Paralympics bronze when he went to 2:31. He's already surpassed that 2:35, and this for 240. His lifetime best is 2:43. This is no more than a lap of honour. Kirchhoff was unable to lift this amount. It doesn't matter if Razi does or not. He'd like to. He's punched through. He's got it to the top. He loves it. Referees don't. No lift. 2 against him on the press. The other for the bar control. Stays on 2:35, but it is bronze.
If successful, this would be a new world record, a new Asian record. 250 kilos requested.
Just on the press, it began to get a bit ragged. Wasn't far off being level. He can take that philosophically. He already has the bronze anyway. Now he can sit back with the rest of us and enjoy this. Sonnenpiljieng Bayer holds the world record, 2:47, in taking the last World Championship title. He went to break it in Tokyo and missed out, but he won Paralympic gold anyway. His greatest honour. This now an attempt at his greatest weight, 250, to break his own world record, and there is a heavier attempt to come. For 250.
1 minute.
Hank Bayer going for something huge. Here he is, coming at 250. A new world record. He's got it raised. Was that cleanly up? No, he doesn't get it on the press. He does not get it. He's down in second place. He doesn't get the gold. Maybe they'll discuss putting a technical challenge in. But for now, yeah, I think they're going to do it. Either that or he wants to try the power lift and go for the world record in round 4 anyway. We'll see what they're going to do. Maybe it's the latter. And Bayer doesn't get it at 250, and he is in second position.
251 kilos, third attempt. Islamic Republic of Iran. Paralympic
On the press. He did not get Ali Akbar Garibci. This, a shot at a new world record of 2:51. He is the world champion. For the first time, his first major title. It is his. Ali Garibci, 2:43 and 2:45. 2 new lifetime bests today, and this now an attempt at the ultimate lifetime best, a world record for 251. To take it away from Hank Bayer. He's taken out Bayer's world title. Is this the world record too? He's got it up at 2:51. Is it good enough? No, it's not. 2 going against him on the press sequence. and 1 on the chest, and he doesn't get the world record, not this time anyway. He has been denied at 2:51. Does he fancy another go? He has the gold. There will be another lift in this, but the medals have been decided. Garibci gets the gold to add to his World Championship silver. 2 years ago, he didn't qualify for the Paralympic Games because Razi did for Iran instead. Maybe he'll come back, go for a power lift, because we're going to have one from Inkbaya. He almost lost his world record, he still holds it, but now he wants to try and break it again. This for 250. He's still going to go for it. He's entitled to, and Garibci will go for the world record again too. If you're new to this, if Inkbaya gets this world record, he does not get the gold. The battle for the medals is over. Round 4, the powerlift, is a records round only. It does not affect what we've already seen. So if Inkbaya lifts this, the gold won't be his. We have not seen, by the way, I don't think in 7 years, a world record being broken in a powerlift by someone who doesn't then subsequently get the gold. So Inkbaya going for the world record. 2:47 is his mark. Now going for 2:50. Sodnan Pilji Inkbaya dethroned as world champion, but looking to break his own world record. This for 250, he strained through it. It took a while to reach the top. Let's see, no, the press sequence goes against him. It didn't work out for him. It was just too awkward. It stalled. The control on the lift wasn't there. He's had 2 goes to break his own world record, 2 attempts at 250, and this one just strained his way through, lost a lot of finesse in the lift, didn't provide what the referees looked for, and he's denied twice over, and a new world record attempt at 250. Inkbaya has had his 2 goes. Now Ali Ekbar Garibci. 251 he missed earlier. 251 he's going for now. To add the world record to his new World Championship title. It's the best result of his career. He's beaten his lifetime best 12 twice today. And he is a major championship winner for the first time. Remember, in this domain, the best of the best all come from Asia. 6 of the top 7 today from Asia. Only Kryakov barging his way through. So when you come to the Asian Games, the Asia-Oceania Championships, you're trying to beat all of the best in the world, bar none. And it's only today that Kryakov has managed to get among them at the summit of it all. Ali Akbar Garibci. This for a new world record of 251. He has dethroned Sodnan Pilji Inkbaya. This now to take away Inkbaya's world record. 251. Here it comes. That looks better than his last one. Is it good? Is it a new world record? It is a new world record! 251! Grimsey, the new world champion with a new world record. He knew he had it in him. Missed 251 first time, gets it second time, and fired 2 shots at 250 to break the world record himself. But he could not make it happen. And Grimsey, top of the world, his first major title, his first world championship, and he gets the world record. Just look at this. Just look at this. It had the equilibrium. It had the power behind it. It had the smoothness that they desired. And the world record has gone. It goes beyond the 250 barrier for the first time. And that was absolutely smashing. And look at that reaction. Grimsey gets the gold for Iran. Oh, wow. Ali Akbar, Grimsey, 251 kilos. Just look at that. And Bayer dethroned, loses his world record, loses his world title, and he still lifted 244 and almost got 250. Salman Razi, third for Iran, 235. Same as in the Tokyo Paralympic Games, but had to lift 4 more this time. Kryakov 4, the top European. Davletov 5 for Uzbekistan, 213. 5th place, and still with a lift 48 kilos less than the best lift of our winner. Tara Ali 6, Jong 7, Matthias de Asa Silva in 8th. So the best 3 lifts were better than each of the best 3 lifts in Tokyo. Salman Razi went 4 higher in bronze here than he did for bronze in Tokyo. And Bayer went 7 better than Jong did for the silver in Tokyo. And Grimsey, his winning mark in the 3, the same as Bayer's gold medal lift in Tokyo, but then went and added 6 onto it, and it is our 2nd world record in 24 hours. Wowee. The world record moves from Mongolia to Iran. From Bayer to Grimsey. Victory ceremony is a few moments away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the victory ceremony for the men's up to 107 kilo category at the 2021 World Senior Parapowerlifting Championship in Tbilisi. Please welcome the medalists.
What an exhibition, what a show. So much to take from this joust in the men's up to 107 kg final at these World Powerlifting Championships in Tbilisi, and a big battle for the bronze medal first of all, which was taken by Salman Razi. Bronze here just as it was in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, but he had to lift higher here, gets 235, same as Kryakov, but edged him out in the head-to-head. Bronze for Razi, his first World Championship medal. The Paralympic champion, the defending world champion, the world record holder, overturned here. Sodnam Piljiang Bayer, second, 244. Tried to keep his own world record, but couldn't. Couldn't keep his world title either. He's remaining Paralympic champion for another 3 years up to Paris, but world champion no more, because Ali Akbar Garibshi has outlifted him in the 3 lifts, and then in the power lift went to 251 for a new world record. What a performance for Iran.
Congratulations to the medalists.
A competition and a half. Well, we had an awesome world record yesterday in the 88 kilo event, and this was just great. Well, the man on the left, a brilliant champion in his own right, the Paralympic champion still, the Asian Games champion, Asia Oceania champion, those to be defended in the next couple of years. And the world title moves to his left, your right, the world record as well to Ali Akbar Garibshi. Just a magnificent lift, 251, a memorable competition, breaking through the 250 barrier. That was up to 107. Over 107 is coming at 3 p.m. Georgian time. That's 11 GMT, 12 Central European time, 1 o'clock, 1300 Central African time. Wonder what they're going to do.
Good lift, Kryuko. Razi is a two. Good lift, Razi. Spotter loaders,
representing Mongolia.
Sadnapiji and Kyle. No lift, Ank by arm, press sequence. Good lift, Garib Shahi.
Kilos. Jones is a two-time Paralympian, including the silver.
No.
Attempt.
Razi. Good lift. Ank by R, 244 kilos. Good lift. Double atop, 213 kilos.
Third attempt.
press. No lift. Garib Shahi. Spotter loaders.